Hello, and welcome to the Swole Initiative Network. I'm your host tonight, Eric Garcia, running these fine folks through our fourth session of dierpg. Hello, and welcome on this great Wednesday. I hope your January has been fine. Ours has been, pretty fine. We're getting through it. But hey, tomorrow's a new month. And today we're playing some Die to kick off the end of January. I'm going to throw it to Jay, and I think he's over here.
Yes.
Got it.
Nailed it. It was a good throw. Right?
Yes, I also hope that your January has been fine. No better, no worse. Starting off, our brand partner shoutouts with the amazing Norse Foundry for supplying all of our premium metal and gemstone dice that we roll on and off the stream, as well as giving us tons of giveaways and things. And also all of the music that we listen to here on the channel comes from their amazing library of DMCA free, royalty-free TTRPG music that you can stream from your chosen streaming platforms and enjoy them in your streams or your games or wherever. I don't think you can get DMCA strikes at home, so bonus. Yes,
they'll find you.
Want to save some money, and who do I throw to? Is it Betty? Ashley.
No.
It's Ashley.
Can he do it? Can you do it?
That corner. Okay, so I literally just have to there.
So heavy. My goodness.
I didn't know that.
Hello. I'm here to tell you. Oh no, I'm nervous.
Don't fuck it up.
I almost dropped it. Okay, all right, recovery. I'm gonna tell you about Griffin Co. Griffin Co. All of our 3D printed custom terrain comes from the incredible folks at Griffin Co. Check them out with code. I know how to read. Check them out. Do it with code SWOLE22 to save 22% at griffincode.com.
22.
22.
22.
Feeling 22. Yes. All right, and now I throw this to Betty, and I go.
Oh,
Right over.
I got it from the wrong side. That's why it went over. All right. So it went over my head and I caught it on this side. It was cool like that. On this 111st day of January, I would like to also talk about the wonderful people over at Hero Forge. Our fully custom player minis come from the awesome people over at Hero Forge, and you can design yours today at heroforge.com.
In full Technicolor, no less.
What?
Yeah.
Technicolor, you said.
Them
Technically color?
Technically, yes.
Cool.
Hey, Eric.
What's up? Phew. Thank you.
Smooth.
Well, actually, did we want to talk about how's the YouTube going? You got any other things going?
Yeah, I think we do. We got some new stuff. We're catching up on things on the YouTube. We're doing some backlog, and by we I mean Jay, and he's been cranking away at that. It's been
so tired.
It's been great. So if you're not checking out the YouTube, there's a link in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to be having the uploads of dierpg and Call of Cthulhu: The Hollow, which is kept by Ashley down here. Yeah, so be sure to check that out. Thank you for all the subs. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. And yeah, you can do that, but also on YouTube. if you want. Oh yeah, and hearts.
Forgot about that. Fantastic. Well, I think with that, we can go ahead and get this trailer started. Let's do this. Brains are melting. All right.
Is that the recap?
That's the recap. Let's do this. All right. And so, after a tense battle with a metal memory minotaur, the crew found one of their own, Lionel, wounded for the first time. Learning the stakes in this game are, in fact, real. After some tense conversation and reconciliation of some past mistakes, they continued onward, hoping the vines of Vistra may lead them to where they need to go. So they search for a phrase that will open the force field, blocking the doorway near the entrance to the Jaws of Bone. Gavin, somewhere beyond. But the labyrinth continued on, and investigating a scuffle of a path, a little off the path they were following, Frankie found herself, for the first time in a long time, at a loss for words. For the man of her dreams has made an appearance here. Lorendil is his name, and he's perfect, really, in every way. To Frankie. His hair, his jawline, his wings. Oh yes, Frankie's smitten.
His wing button.
Wing buttons included. Yet to find, but it's canon. But continuing on, you now find yourselves in a strange cathedral. The white marble that surrounds you, its black veins growing tall above, meeting an impossible stained glass mosaic high above. But a blight seems to have taken hold of this place, as what may have been a beautiful image of shifting forest above, but only thick, barren branches. The glass currently undulating like a creature short of breath. At the far end of this cathedral, a large altar sits. I think Fleming, you spotted atop of it something rectangular, covered in a natural linen cloth. And as you begin to move forward, you notice at this point 2 sets of eyes, the size of basketballs, that have just opened up along the sides of the walls surrounding the altar. Before we jump in, can I get a marching order, or where you want to be placed in this cathedral?
I'm next to Lorendil.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't someone approach the?
I did.
pulpit?
Yeah, I think Fleming was.
Yeah, I probably have my predator cloaking on, and I'm approaching the altar.
Okay.
I'll enter further.
So you're right next. You're like with Fleming.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you two?
I'd probably be somewhere near the back.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So maybe you two in the back, Lorendil and Frankie in the middle, and you two up front. All right. Fleming, as you activate your light field projector, yeah, you kind of go partially invisible. At this point, you can see these eyeballs. The eyes stir awake, rolling one way, like one side to the other, shuttering these like long, slow blinks that seem to wet the corneas. They're stirring awake. They don't currently see you, but as you're approaching Eloise, the eyes begin to turn in your direction. What would you like to do, Eloise?
Are they? How many of these are they?
The ones that you currently see. So imagine in front of you there's a few sets of pews, and then there's an altar up front, and then along the wall facing the altar you see these eyes, and now they're kind of looking off in your direction. Like they would be facing each other. It's hard to imagine. Facing each other, but now like hearing or like seeing you come forward, they're locked on you at this moment.
I think she'll kind of go closer to one of them, not like within striking distance, but she wants to, or my perceived striking distance. But she kind of wants to like look and see if they seem aggressive.
They begin barking. They're so aggressive.
That's such a big bark for such a little body.
They're barking eyes.
Okay. Eloise, as you take several steps forward, you see as each one of these eyes, so there are 4 eyes, 2 sets, they begin to glow with a red light, and then they fire lasers at you. So I'm going to roll for that right now.
Oh no.
Something's happening.
Nope, just a laser show. It's fine.
Okay. And remind me of your defense.
Oh, that's
I think you have a 1 in there, right?
rolling it. I'm sorry. Set by gear. What does that mean? Yeah, I think.
That's okay. You do have, yeah. Under your look says you were wearing X, Y, and Z.
Oh,
your defense.
Yeah, I'm wearing armor.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I see.
3 of. Let me back this up. 2 of them have hit you. However, with your defense, it seems to ping, ping. Actually, with the lasers and your super shiny armor, it's like bang, bang, and they shoot off into corners of the cathedral and just blast holes in the marble. One of them does get 2 successes on you, so that means that it hits once, and you mark 1 guard.
Okay.
Fleming,
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I am. Did I notice? Because I was carefully sneaking up. Did I notice that Eloise moved towards one of the eyes and got hit?
Yeah, you're seeing that happen right now.
Hmm.
You're moving kind of in step with each other, and you see the eyes looked immediately towards her, approaching, and for some reason they didn't see you.
You know, I'm gonna keep going because my curiosity for tech. I'm gonna keep going towards the altar because I want to check that out.
Okay. I would like you to roll first a stealth check using dexterity, please.
Okay. One 6. Yep. I got a 6.
You got one success?
One success, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'd say it's quite a ways, but I'd say you're on your next turn. You could probably investigate the altar.
Awesome.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna whisper to Elon. Elon, what are those eyes?
My database doesn't seem to have recollection of what these creatures might be. Maybe you could tell me.
They're
Elon's
fucking eyes.
Pokédex. You gotta catch the eye to add it to the Pokedex.
Fleming,
Yes.
as you ask Elon about these eyes, and you kind of take a look at them. There's a familiar. Oh my god, I can't speak. They are familiar to you. I'm not going to try.
Eyes are
that one.
familiar to me.
Yeah. And you can't put
Are
your
they-
finger on it just yet.
Are
Oh,
they
go ahead.
are they like the color of Gavin's eyes?
No,
No, okay. Because that would be freaky as hell.
but I'll get to that when we get back to your
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
In the marching order, we've got Frankie.
I think if I see Eloise in trouble, I'm definitely going to try and help. But I also want to make sure that Lorendal is also not putting himself in danger. So I want to. Don't.
If you take a step forward, Lorendal immediately puts an arm in front of you and wants to go ahead.
Oh, no, and I try and it basically it's us putting our arms in front of each
You're
other.
both
So seatbelt.
just touching each other. Yeah, double seatbelt action.
Yeah. So I think I think I'll just turn and say, look at that, defending each other. We should both defend her. And then I'll try and in my head I imagine us both anime turning and running to go help. And I would like to.
Runs right with you.
Yeah, heck yeah. I would like to do a. Did you take any harm, Eloise, or did you just get your guard taken away?
It just affected my guard, right?
That's correct.
Okay, that helps.
It knocked me down 1,
One guard. Yeah.
and I had been knocked down 1 previously before, so now.
Oh, actually, everyone reset your guard.
Oh, so I just
Yeah.
got knocked out. Okay.
Sweet.
Forgot to mention.
Okay, I will then use a Briar Blast.
Briar Blast.
So I will. It basically I attack. It basically is an attack on with a medium range.
Okay.
And deals 1 damage, I believe.
I think damage depends on what you roll.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry, yes. I'm casting a scripture, so it's a wisdom dice plus my d12. So my wisdom is 3. So 3d6 plus a d12, I think.
Yes.
Out of the cards. Okay. Hey, all right. I rolled 2 successes and an 8.
Okay. This doesn't have a special.
I don't think it does.
Okay, so three successes. Okay. As you cast, what does it look like when you cast your Briar Blast?
I think that green part of
Briar Blast.
Briar. And I think the green part of my scepter starts glowing, and it would. I imagine like a Green Lantern scenario where it starts off as like light and eventually becomes tangible and like thorns, and it just sticks into those eyes.
All right. As the briars like go into one of the eyeballs, they grow and actually like go behind the eye. With 3 successes, you destroy this one of the eyeballs, and it like pops out of the socket and slumps. Kind of starts almost like it deflates slightly on the marble floor.
Gross, but awesome. I to try and seem cooler in front of my boy here, I would love to just say something. I'm trying to think of something smart to say and clever, is like yeah, get blinded by the light of my God, fool. And I'm like looking at him like.
And you see Lorendil then pulls out something from like his back. You didn't see like where he really had anything there, but it's like it's kind of a short curved thing, and then it turns into a bow. It's kind of like a laser. What do you call the part of a bow that flexes?
The curve part?
Yeah. What is that called?
That is the bow, I believe.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I only do archery.
All right. Well, that part is a really.
The bow and the string.
It's super cool, you know. Let me just explain how cool that part is. But yeah, kind of just forms into a laser bow, and then he, as you mentioned, something about let the light. Something I forgot to say. I'm so sorry.
It was super cool. Don't even worry about it.
It was so cool. I'm firing all cylinders today. Yeah, he pulls out the bow and takes a shot at the other eye next to it. Great. He's gonna miss, but he's gonna say to you, "Looks like you might be a better shot than I am." I kind of figured though. And with that, we'll move to let's go with Lucky.
Okay. Where the eye was defeated, the one that's deflated.
Yes.
That one. Is there like a hole in the wall right there?
Yes, it's kind of like and it's strange as you look at it. It's definitely marble.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like set now, like it's no longer kind of movable. Like when the eye was in there and like the eyelids opened up, it's like there's kind of a hole in its place. Yeah, but it's now like solid.
And how big were the eyes? How big were the eyes again?
About basketball size.
Okay, I want to go stand in front of that one that just was defeated.
Okay, they are far. So you could use all of your movement at this point to get to like where you think Fleming is, which is like pretty close to the altar, and then on your next turn you could like investigate further.
Yeah, I just want to stand there because in my mind, I'm thinking, well, they probably don't have the ability to shoot themselves in their own eye, so it might just be like a safe space to stand. So that's where I'm going.
Oh, like
Guess they accidentally look at each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So like logic is telling me, well, maybe I'll just stand here where this eye was.
okay, yeah.
That's so
End up
funny.
in a Mexican stare off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm holding my space gun. So if one of them looks at me, like, I'm going to shoot it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I would say you can hold an action, and if it looks at you, you'll shoot it.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, Lionel.
Yeah. So, eyes are not ears, so that doesn't really help me right now. So, what is there that I can hide behind?
Plenty of pillars, either left to right, like long pillars that go up to the ceilings. There are like rows of pews that you could like duck behind. There are several things that you could hide behind pretty easily.
Yeah. Let me run to one of the pews. Basically, I just don't want to be in like direct fire from any of them.
Okay.
And I will shoot it with my revolver.
Yeah.
Ooh, what
Let's
kind
start
of revolver?
blasting.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like I
You
don't
have a gun?
have anything else to do. In my head canon, the eye is still like deflating, like
I'm standing up.
It's just a whooping cushion.
just the longest. Like
I'm
okay.
standing on top of that one.
So I'll fire at the oh no, you got that one. Yeah, I'll just fire at one. Anyone
Okay.
of the eyes.
And just fire at anyone. Whose eyes? That's good.
These eyes.
Ah, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Oh.
Good old
Uh,
Lionel can't do anything except the voice.
would you like to describe though what your revolver looks like? I know we went through Lucky's super cool fun gun last time, but I don't think we've seen your revolver.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it. But I think maybe I think it just looks like a classic Western like revolver. But then as I miss and I roll a 1, I think as I like pull the trigger, just a little flag comes out that says bang.
Like, what the hell? Critical failure. All right.
Damn it, Gavin!
It gives you the.
Cool. I think Eloise was first, and then the eyes. Yeah. Back to you, Eloise.
Back to me. Thank you. And
Back to you, Eloise.
And with the weather. Well, I'm just gonna start stabbing. Yeah. So, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm pretty sure my emotion is 0, so I don't got nothing fancy to do. So just stab. I'm gonna try to get
The eyes are high.
Can I? Okay. How does cool jumping work?
I was gonna say, how do the jump mechanics work?
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would
I'll tell you.
like to. You say there's like all these like vines like kind of growing up the walls and stuff.
In this, it's actually more of like the vines were leading up to this, the doorway to this cathedral. What's in here is like it's a lot of solid white marble, but the veins of how marble has like different types. Like that is like a pitch black that seems to be kind of taking over
I
a
see.
bunch of portions of this. Yeah,
I see. Understood. There are pews around.
there are pews.
Then yeah, I think I'd like to like kick the edge of a pew so that kind of like tips over against the wall for me to then kind of like run up and then like try to just chop one of the eyes off its stall.
Hell yeah. Yeah, give me what kind of things do we have here? I'll give you either a strength or dex check, whichever one you want to use.
Let's do Dex. 2 successes.
Hell yeah. With ease, yeah, you pick up these large pews and like they feel light in your hands when they should be super heavy, like you know how it are. And you just kick one open, or not open, kick one on its side, and as it's like beginning to fall over, you begin to run up and you're jumping in the air. How would you? I would like you to roll an attack against one of the eyes.
Okay. I know how to do that.
For ease, I'm gonna say you're attacking the one eye left in the set that was blasted over.
How many dice do I roll?
You are attacking. I think you can use your
Dexterity,
dex
right?
for that, right? Because you
Yes,
have
yes.
finesse type.
1 success.
One success. Okay. As you go and you slice into it, you slice through the stone part, and you notice that it's not like the eyelids are not currently stone. Like it looks like stone, but you slice portion of it. You slice into the eye, and like there's this goop that begins to like flop out of it, but it is still moving around. You indeed. And that takes us to the eyes. That one that was just attacking, that you just attacked, is continuing to look at you. Another one will look at Frankie for the one, yeah, the Briar Fun Times.
Armwire.
Actually, it's a set of eyes, so 2 of them will look at Frankie. I was gonna say that they went to different ones, but that'd be really hard to do. Just go like across that. You have a question?
Oh, I was trying to cross just one of my eyes to show that my eyes could look in 2 different directions. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
see, you're using your hands, and these don't have hands, so.
Right. We'll do it one way.
Those are 2 misses against you, Eloise, and to Frankie.
Oh.
Wow. Bunch of nothing. Lasers. The one that was firing at you, Eloise, after it gets sliced, the laser seems to kind of go off in different directions and then cuts, just lasers up a bunch of the marble. And then the ones looking at you, Frankie, gets distracted by Lucky's, coming up to the other eyeball. Wasn't sure which way to go. It kind of shoots off and just is.
That's the power of love.
Fleming, to you.
You're on mute.
You're on mute. You got to turn on your AI voice.
There you go. Do I make it to the altar?
You make it to the altar.
Okay. And I reach over and I grab the linen and I lift.
Okay. As you move forward towards the altar, it hits you, and you know these eyes. These eyes remind you of your parents. And as you lift the cover of this linen here. Unwrap it. You know you're looking for some sort of phrase, but there you see it. It's a perfect creation set upon this stone pedestal. The comic that you've been drawing since you were a teen in a published and fully compiled volume. You see all of your hard work and an absolute dream just like fully realized in the palm of your hands. The vibrant colors of Hoodwank, Volume 1. Seeing now the hero on the cover wearing the same outfit that you're currently wearing now. The hero's pose for the cover that you didn't think you'd ever get quite right just looks absolutely perfect between your hands right now. And at the bottom you see in bold font, written by Fleming Nguyen.
Oh, that's so cool. I grab it. I reach out to grab it. Can I?
It comes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it comes right out.
And I totally forget that there's like a combat going on.
It's slow motion. You looking at the comics.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
Hoodwink exists. Oh my god! It's inked by Scott Williams. Oh my god! Got a holographic cover and everything with the collectible trading card in it. I'm like, oh my god! But I'm curious, like, what story is in here? So I'm gonna flip to like the first page.
All right. I'll say we'll get to you flipping through the pages on your next turn,
Okay.
while the rest of your teammates are busy dealing with combat. I think that'll take us to Frankie.
Ooh. I am going to. What was it? I knew I have. I got another level in my God, right?
You sure did.
Okay. I'm going to do another scripture, but this one is going to be the Furious Briars. And
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to attack all enemies within a close range of me for every round for the encounter. And it deals one damage per success up to the level in this god, so it can be up to 2 per success.
Yeah.
And I can move freely through the area. So it also immobilizes the target and strength test to break free, but these eyes ain't going anywhere, so that doesn't really matter. But so I'm going to roll 3d6s and a d12.
Okay.
And I'd like to do a Furious Briar Blast on any set of eyes since they're close together.
Yeah. So I'd say if you're facing the altar, there's two sets. Sorry, there's a set of 2 eyes on your right, and then the one on the left that Lucky is standing near. That's just the one. So Furious stuff on the right.
Okay, I'll go for the grouped up ones, and
Cool.
I also don't want to hit Lucky either, so I'll just go for the others.
Cool.
Let's see. Part of the cards. Hey, I have 2 6s and a 7.
Well, damn. 1 damage per success. Special immobilizes target. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's 2 damage each, right? Because you have
2 damage per success, and I got 3 successes.
They don't have a lot of HP. So how would you like this to look? You killed them both.
So I think that she, with this basically critical success, she's gonna aim her scepter, and this time it's gonna spin on the end, and that green is gonna spiral out into more briars, but they're gonna create sort of a crown of thorns on the eyes and fix them in place so they can't move. and they're basically going to shred themselves apart as they try and
Jesus.
wiggle free.
Oh, fuck.
Tense for you,
awesome.
Michael. You okay?
It's been a week.
It's been a week, man.
Get it out. That's what we're here for. Yeah, it's terrible and gruesome and awesome. They go lifeless, and this. Actually, they begin to. The eyes stay in place, like in the actual sockets, but yeah, like red blood tears just begin to drip from the walls. So they are both destroyed. Well done. Lorendil, next to you, will go ahead and try to take a shot with his electric bow. Does get one success.
Putting the bow in Dreamboat.
Yeah, you see as one of these light arrows bing, and hits into the eyeball, and as the eye is like kind of looking around, the arrow moves with it. It's awful.
Ugh.
And that'll take us to Lucky.
So there's only one eye left,
One.
and it's
eye.
next to where I am because I'm next to the one.
That's correct.
I'm just gonna shoot at it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, how high up?
Like 12 feet.
Okay. I just want to get straight underneath it because I don't think it can look down at me.
That's fair.
And I'm just gonna shoot straight up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a dexterity.
Oh, cool. That's 3 successes.
Jesus. That's just gonna absolutely blow it apart. So I would like you to please describe. You're standing right under it. It's exactly what's gonna happen.
Choices. Yeah, okay. She's gonna just look up and shoot it, and like this like fountain of goop will fall down from above, and she'll stay completely like still with her arm up and just be like, okay, that makes sense, and then she'll just kind of wipe her face off.
Yeah, it comes down like a Nickelodeon slime, just spreads across the floor of the altar here. And yeah, you're covered in blood and guts and goop.
Anything that tries to grapple me has disadvantage. Just saying.
I definitely had like Rihanna umbrella video
Yeah.
vibes.
The umbrella comes up afterward, like, damn it.
What is that scene in that movie where the girl's dancing and pulls the-
That's Flashdance, and that's
Flashdance.
exactly what it was.
Oh, awesome. So, Lucky standing there. There are no current enemies near you. Before we move to what Lionel, you were going to do. Actually, Lionel, on your turn, you do begin seeing in this cathedral that the black vines, or like, sorry, not vines, the black veins that seem to be growing through the marble here. You kind of see them reminiscent of like your face, and how like you have this like thing growing on your face, but seeing that this place has been maybe cleansed, you're seeing the the vein. I keep saying vines. The black veins beginning to not just recede, but turning a kind of a brilliant like jade green color. And as it does so, you're watching them like this black recede up high up to the mosaic ceiling, where what was dark, kind of barren trees are now beginning to go into this verdant canopy of a forest. You're seeing blooms of flowers along the edges and things, and this cathedral begins to kind of take on its former glory. And looking up at the glass here, you're seeing kind of the wind somehow impossibly blowing through this mosaic. Some it's built by some otherworldly being, creating this type of effect.
Okay. The marble veins, do they just remind me, or is there a link between them?
They remind you.
Okay. Then I guess I will say to Frankie, hey, isn't there like God thing? Isn't that about nature and stuff? I think nature is healing.
Yeah, I mean, we were supposed to cleanse the temple, so maybe I can see if my debt is repaid.
Yeah, just give her a call, whatever.
Yeah, 1 second, and I'll take one step back and kind of try to focus, and I'll like hold my staff or my scepter and try to like focus as hard as I can on communicating with her, with Victra.
Okay. As you do so, yeah, you feel the all-encompassing feeling of your friend, maybe, come by, and yeah, a familiar voice. Frankie, dear, you called.
I did. I think we've cleansed the temple, which is what you've asked. We've gotten rid of a gigantic, emotionally damaging golem. We've found a very beautiful specimen, and we've cleansed the temple of very gross eyeballs.
And you still haven't yet prayed once.
Oh, well, who would pray in such a filthy place? Now that it's cleansed, I thought to contact you right away.
Smart. Well, as I mentioned before, our debt is paid. Our debt is squared away. Seeing as you have cleared this space, maybe an offering here would help me out. I think maybe I could be in your debt.
I think Frankie gains a little confidence in that, and just says, I think we could definitely mutually benefit from that.
Frankie, where do you think the gods get their power?
That is a very big question. I'd want them to just be like, just have it and not rely on anything because they're gods. But I know that's not how things work. I would guess prayer.
Belief and worship. If there's no one left to see us for who we truly are, then what power do we really have? It's a shame when a god dies when there are no followers left. It's your job, if you want to continue our negotiations, to make people believe.
I would love that. Nature is something that a lot of folks, especially from where I'm from, seem to have fallen out of love with and haven't really been respectful of it. So, yeah, I could champion that.
Then make your offering here. And I'll see to it that I'll be in your favor.
I think that Frankie, knowing there's nothing around but looks around anyway to see, like, usually she has some sort of guidance in social situations of what to do, and being just alone with a deity is a bit daunting. And looks around and just looks up and goes to one knee, I guess, and just says, I vow to protect and defend nature to the best of my ability, and to spread the word of Victra for as long as I am physically, emotionally, and mentally able to do so.
And with that, your vision pops back into the cathedral, and surrounding you you're seeing, similar to the way your briar spread out when you chewed it out, and reminiscent of when you healed Lionel. You're seeing just moss and like a lot of different like vines and things growing outward from the circle that you currently kneel in, and begins to spread all along this cathedral. It seems to be continuing out as these flowers begin to bloom in places as well.
I think I am kind of like a paladin now? Cleric? Nature cleric. Y'all, I just had a conversation with God, and it went really well.
Just now?
Yeah, look at all this moss, and I just lay down in it from my kneeling position.
Yeah, and you see everyone in an instant when you had asked Frankie to give old Victra a ring, no time has passed except you just see Frankie now like kneeling in a kind of a prayer stance, and then all of this happened.
So
Cool.
she's happy. Did we complete the quest?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we did it. We're good. I'm no longer in her debt. I think she's in mine now.
I don't think it works like that.
I think we're, at the very least, we're even. But you're right.
So I was in Tibet for like a month once, and I just don't think it works like that. But I mean, I love nature, and I'll sit down on the moss and just kind of like play with a flower or something.
And I'll grab a big clump of moss and like try and wipe off any of the excess blood and goop.
As this is happening, you're all kind of like together, except for Fleming, who's just standing by the altar. Fleming, you begin flipping through the pages of this book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, as you begin flipping through the pages, you're taken back to high school, scrawling in your notebook in the library, waiting on Lionel to show up for his tutoring. This comic you've been working on and off for so long, even in your working at your comic book shop, the adventures you had created and kind of hid diligently from your parents, it's all compiled into this one book.
Awesome.
You see the characters you drew for your friends curiously changed to the versions that they've made of themselves here in this world. You see Lionel's character, a reminder of him being behind some of the cruel bullying that you had in high school. It kind of stings again, but yeah, go ahead.
I imagine like they're all like their characters right now, except I gave them weird names. Like,
yeah,
I imagine Frankie. I named Frankie the Ghost Rider, and so Frankie's like Dead Note. Frankie writes into the book, and it probably sends a message to her god, and shit happens. And like Lionel is Lionel Witchy, and so he's like a warlock that controls minds. And like I imagine Lucky's like a Lobo badass, like a rock star Lobo badass called Lucky Strikes. And then Eloise is a super villain. The super villain. Her name is Jeloise because she's jealous of my hood rank. Yeah. So like I'm flipping through this and I'm just like amazed. Like I want to take this with me when I leave this world and like get it all CGC graded and stuff. And I turn around to like just subconsciously just show the book to, because I get the feeling my parents are here. I turn around, but all the eyes are just destroyed. And I just turn around to show the book off, and I'm like, oh well.
What is that feeling?
It's so I grew up with my parents being disappointed at me because I didn't become the doctor, and so I wanted to show my achievement with this book.
To the
and there are no eyes left.
Yeah. And as you continuing through the book, you do see, you start turning through some of like the final pages of each of like the individual like smaller story arcs. You're reading a lot of like the heroic lines of Hoodwink. Some of them are really great, like the wittiness that you kind of wish you had in high school. But a lot of these ending lines in each of these like small story arcs, they're like, and you thought you'd get away with it, but not today, not in my hood. And they're like confident, they're smart, cool one-liners. Again, another story arc. Not in my hood, I am the ghost in the machine. And another one, did you really think you could break me? Not in my hood.
My hood.
And all of it, you wrote. The words are the same, but a realization kind of comes to you as the meaning has changed. Kind of sets in a little bit. The words, not in my hood. Feeling the power the very hood you wear now gives you. This is that feeling that you've been seeking. And as you turn around to look at your friends, they're playing in some moss.
I'm probably anxious of showing them it. I'm probably anxious. I'm probably going to just I'm gonna stuff it in my hoodie for now.
Okay.
And just kind of walk back. Nonchalant, like there's nothing under the linen. Did I miss all the fun?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have this new ability where I think I can sense if someone's feeling a sense of like pride or acceptance.
Yeah.
Do I feel something new coming off of Fleming?
Absolutely. You feel it very strongly coming off of Fleming.
I think she turns as he's walking back towards the group, and she doesn't say anything, but is just kind of like looking him over, kind of feeling this wave, and like confused at her feeling it and confused at the source, I suppose.
Adding on to that, Eloise, you were also up very close to the eyes, like slashing. and you saw Fleming do nothing. So something has changed.
Yeah, it wasn't participatory. I hate when a group project, there's always one who takes all the credit and didn't do anything. Yeah, she's kind of eyeing you up and down. I think you know that's a hard stare, but not necessarily aggressive, just confused and calculating. Something's different. She'll say it. Fleming, what did you do?
I went over there and checked for an artifact, but I didn't find anything. But looks like you guys found a lot of eyes.
We found God and a lot of moss.
You found God?
Lorenzo plucks one of the flowers and hands it to you, Frankie.
Thank you. In my head, I think this is kind of redundant. I made this.
Just giving you back something.
And I turned to Eloise. I'm like, see, you know what it is? We leveled up. See, look, Frankie leveled up. Looks different. I feel like I leveled up too.
But you didn't. Go ahead.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah.
That's what has you so pleased with yourself.
Yeah. I have this feeling. I'm having the same feeling that I had every first day of school, where I bought the newest clothes that I thought were the coolest, and I have them on, thinking that I would change my image, but I'm anxious because I'm not sure if I'm actually cool. And so, like, the comic book I made is like, I've got a lot of pride, except I'm getting that same feeling again, like, but what if it's shit? So yeah, it's hidden in my hoodie, but yeah.
Did your god have any next steps? Something else you're supposed to do? We're still looking for a phrase, right? To open the...
Yeah, has anyone found any like phrase that they've found that has any like meaning to them?
Do we see a phrase around?
Looking around, no, not initially. You're kind of looking at, above things, the cathedral. You'd think there's like...
I'm just like scratching my head. I'm like, is Gavin that lame? I'm like, that can't be. And like, I kind of like... I mean, it's starting to pop in my head how much "not in my hood" pops up in my comic book. I'm like, can that be the phrase? I don't know. Is there nowhere else to go in here?
There don't appear to be other like exits heading out.
Nope. Don't see a phrase anywhere.
No, and they didn't say anything. They didn't exactly have mouths. They just
I'll
alone.
walk over to where the altar was with a cloth and everything, and I just want to like, why the fuck did we come in here? To just shoot some eyes? What were they protecting? Just kind of like looking around.
Roll intelligence for me.
I have 2 successes.
looking at as you carefully kind of examine the altar, the cloth that's still sitting there, it definitely has creases on it in the way that it's been sitting there long enough with something that we would develop some creases.
I'm gonna pick up the cloth and wipe my face off and kind of run it through my hair and just kind of casually walk over to
Toweling off
Fleming.
the rest of the goop.
Yeah. And clean myself off and walk over to Fleming and quietly say, "What the shit, man?"
What are you talking about? I'm sort of intimidated by Lucky. So I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. Just we didn't these laser eyes. They weren't here for nothing. So what you hiding, bud?
It's nothing. It has nothing to do with anything. It's
Sure, because the vines told us to come here, so it might.
all right. I look over and I don't see anybody else. I'm like, okay, come here, follow me. So I just pull over to the side, and I go, I like nervously pull it out, and then I just flip. I'm like, so check this out. This is my Hoodwank #1 comic, like metallic embossed. Look, like it's practically mint, and Scott Williams inked my art. Like look at it. I flip through, and I look, you're in it. Lucky Strikes, and like Lionel Richie and Ghost Rider. And then I flip right past Jelouise though, because I'm kind of embarrassed. And I'm like, you're all in it. Do you think it's cool?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
It is, right? It's fucking
Yes.
rad.
I
Okay.
mean, you created something and it's cool. I respect that. I'm a musician. I create shit all the time.
Okay. Yeah, but my parents thought it was stupid. So, I mean,
Do you think that my parents thought anything that I did or do and continue to do was cool?
you're fucking rad. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean,
But this isn't what they wanted. I don't give a shit though. That's what I wanted.
Cool. And you think it's, even though it's 90s style art, and I kind of hid the feet in the art hands because I couldn't draw hands and feet real well, but you think
Isn't
it's
that's the way it's done, right? It's kind of like, putting a capo on a guitar because you don't want to learn the new chords.
that's painful, dude. Looking at my capo, I'm like, that's painful. Oh. Okay. Well, there's a phrase that pops up in here, and I used this phrase when I was doing the concept of the comic book, but it shows up a fucking lot in this comic, way more than I would use it for. But it's pretty bad. So I'm like, check this out, and I get into my pose, and I turn around and go, "Not in my hood." You get it?
I
Hood
do.
went, my hood.
I get it. And the choreography and everything, it's awesome. I believe it.
You think that's the magic phrase?
It definitely fucking is. So we should probably share this with everyone and go to use the phrase.
All right. Okay. So I'll follow Lucky back to the group. And I'll go, guys, take a look at the comic. Hoodwink #1. And I start flipping through it. I kind of gloss over it real quick, and I kind of just walk by Eloise, and when I walk by Eloise, I flip really fast. It's just like shuffling guards. Like it's cool. Trust me, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's
But I
awesome.
think the magic phrase is not in my hood.
Hey. That's
This is really cool. You do remember
Lorendil starts clapping. Oh.
that really looks just like Frankie and Lionel. And did you not draw me? You left me out of your comic?
Oh, you're in there.
Yeah, you're in there. Don't worry about it. I'll show you later when we get back home. Like your character's really special, so I want to surprise you.
Cool.
And then so I'll walk, with the kind of like a pep in my step, confident. They thought my comic was cool, so I'm gonna start walking like the leader towards the gate. I know the password.
Awesome. Cool. You guys are heading out of the cathedral then.
yeah, I'll turn to Lorendil and say, you can join us. I know you're on a quest yourself, but if you want, we have a pretty easy way to get out of here.
I think our quests are intertwined. So I meant to ask if I could continue traveling with you.
Please.
And a GodBinder. I didn't realize. Who is it that you are bound to? I thought it was maybe Lunaris or Floriana, but I don't think they have these types of powers.
Yeah, GodBinder is it sounds like such a powerful phrase. I like more of like a god trapper keeper. But it's Victra or Vistra, sorry.
Tomato.
I want to know what's happening here. Lorendil looks at you, just kind of wide-eyed. Said, "Be careful with the wild."
I mean, she's the god of the wild, but I mean, mostly nature, and don't want to mess that up, right?
I'd like to see more of that wild.
Jesus. I mean, yeah, we can definitely explore that together through deep conversation and consent.
And prayer.
And prayer.
Those are my three favorite things.
Oh man, are we at youth camp? This is youth camp.
And as you head out of this cathedral, we're gonna go ahead and take our mid-show break with that.
Awesome.
Lorendil's fourth favorite thing is his fun button.
We will learn.
All right. Be right back, friends.
All right. Hello and welcome back. We are joining our heroes as they exit the cathedral. Fleming with a graphic novel of his own making, created from this world, pulled from his mind and placed directly in his hands. They may have the phrase to get through where they need to go. Exiting, what are each of you doing?
I'm definitely like very close to Lorendel. Like he gave me one of my own roses that I made, but still it's the thought that counts. So I'm like,
as you're kind of walking like in tandem together, you know, every once in a while your shoulders brush up against each other.
I feel protected underneath the shadow of his wing.
Yep. You sure do.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give him a Christian side hug?
That he does enjoy prayer. I'll ask him if it's okay first, because he also enjoys consent.
It's one of his three favorite things.
One of his 3 favorite things.
May I side hug you?
I'm at the front of the group. I'm walking just on a high because I've got main character syndrome. Like I've got the secret password and I've got my book now, and so yeah, I'm just like oblivious, just walking towards the portal.
I will walk with Fleming.
Okay. The two of you up ahead. The stone floor that was kind of dimly lit, like lighting up on your way here. Like now, with every step you're taking at the front is just like leaving this, like these stones are coming up pretty bright, and you're leaving kind of a trail behind you as everyone else is kind of following along. Like these bright orange stones are just very much like what's the Michael Jackson video where he's stepping?
Billie Jean.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's great. How about Eloise and Lionel?
I think I'm kind of in the back.
Yeah, I was going to catch up to Fleming, but then seeing Lucky get there, decide to hang back.
Yeah, and you know, I'd say, you know, Fleming having Lucky like kind of like next to you also makes you feel like extra cool.
Nice.
I know like Fleming was most not like afraid, but intimidated by Lucky and coming into your own. Cool. As you guys continue on, you get to that passageway that went off in a direction where you first found Lorendil. As you begin to continue on, again, this shaking begins, and now you're seeing like the floor separating, but it's not coming back together. You're seeing as the stones below you just drop into darkness. Up above, you can actually start seeing like these cracks beginning to open up to a sky, and it continues to shake for some time, and when you've gotten used to it kind of being pulled together, but now it just kind of stops and it's stuck this way. There's giant cracks in the stone where you are, and like the vines that were leading down this pathway are kind of almost the only thing really holding them together. Now there's big portions of this labyrinth just being kind of suspended in nothing. Yeah.
Hey, you guys seeing this too?
It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Getting much worse. I look over at Arendelle, and is he affected at all?
He does not seem to be affected.
Hey,
Like he almost didn't seem to notice it.
That was going to be my question. Arendelle, did you notice what just happened?
No, what just happened?
Did do you not see all the cracks and fissures in this reality?
This looks dangerous. This is a dangerous place. We should definitely continue.
Are you okay? And I'll like whisper to the rest of the group. Hold on just 1 second. I'll kind of gather them. I think the NPCs are oblivious.
In more ways than one.
Maybe.
I mean, he listed prayer in his top 3.
Listen, no one.
Unbutton.
What is this, Christian mingle?
No, this is literally nurture my nature. You know what I'm saying? We have a god of nature, and I need help navigating that, and he knows all about the gods already. Listen, it's just an in for me, okay?
You want him to nurture your nature, Frankie?
Yes. I have nothing else to add, but yes.
I just wanted to hear you admit it.
Whatever. Anyway, Arendelle, yeah, so we're just gonna keep moving forward. And I like shoulder Eloise as I walk past.
Ooh.
She likes
All right. As you continue on, Fleming, you're up front.
Yeah.
You're noticing that since you had kind of led some of the folks like originally through this labyrinth part, it looks different. Like walls have shifted. The way back doesn't seem to be the way that you came.
Crap.
You
And
can
vines-
see where you can see vines kind of like going off and then like dropping down into nothingness, and there's kind of a broken piece of a wall just kind of like hanging askew, like almost floating.
Hey guys, it's kind of embarrassing, but I don't know the way back.
Wasn't there only one way?
Right, we were like following the vines.
It looks like things have changed.
Do we just see the vines just going off into nothing?
Yeah, you're seeing.
Like catching up.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly, I don't want to follow the vines anymore.
I want to use my the same kind of intuition that I used to get through the mist earlier, and see if I can figure our way through this for us.
Yeah, give me intelligence or any other what other like intelligence or wisdom, and add your luck die in there.
Okay.
Are we at like a gap?
There is a gap. You're not at a dead end. I would say that you're kind of seeing there's a couple of ways you could go, but the way that you came, there is a gap to nothingness down below.
I did succeed, and my luck is my circle.
Okay. That is
Speaking
good
another
things.
language.
Good things. Lucky. Even my.
I feel
my
like
die.
talks about astrology. My luck is in my circle right now. I feel so blessed.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, Lucky, what you see now, you're starting to pay attention to the cracks and the fissures along the walls. Like now, you're looking through them, and you can see where these vines are still kind of like attached in different ways. You get the impression that if you were to, actually, sorry, let me back up. As you look through the walls, you're seeing the walls are hollow. So you can see almost like a dungeon outline, like a video game. Like you just went through the walls, and like it's like that. They only did the texture of like the actual hallways, and these vines seem to be connecting portions still together. But you would get with your insane luck that maybe going another way, you could still continue to see through the cracks and follow the vines in a direction.
Yeah. So I will just make everybody stop for a second, and I'll just kind of stare at everything and just take everything in, and I'll be like, this way. And then I'll just kind of start like making our way through, just like, you're welcome, Michael. Through like, just follow my lead.
You got it. I don't have any better ideas.
And Lucky, as you kind of you're going through some of these other hallways and passageways, you're kind of thinking to yourself, this place has had things for, like, parts of people have been placed in this game. And as you're kind of just mulling that over, eventually you do come to the hallway you're seeing. You're kind of following the vines, like looking through some of the cracks. There's a doorway, or like an open doorway, to what seems to be a medium-sized room. And as you look into it, it's dark at first, but you can see there's, like, just from outside, there are some like instruments, like modern day instruments, kind of placed around inside.
Weird, but okay. Go in.
Okay. As you're all kind of following behind Lucky, she stops as she gets to this doorway, kind of looks in, and then takes a few steps inside. You're reminded about how, like, you haven't had, like, there's been nothing in this game that's been specifically yours. It hasn't really, maybe it didn't bother you. Maybe it did. But did they leave something out? As you begin to look around this room, it's almost like the floor is a smooth cement. Around, you can see instruments have been placed kind of haphazardly around the room. There's a drum set in a corner, a dusty keyboard leaned up against the wall. Get this feeling, this is familiar to you. Similar to, like, a lot of the things that have happened in this world so far. Lucky, Eloise, you also get a familiar feeling in this room as you see and notice that keyboard kind of up against the wall. And then Lucky, it kind of hits you when you look down and you see this dirty carpet with this frayed white fringe kind of splayed out in the middle, and then it refreshes your memory. This is the spot in Gavin's garage you used to stand when you played in your first band.
At the
At a loss for words.
Eloise goes over to the keyboard against the wall immediately and just like, no way! And kind of like pulls it up and dusts it off.
Yeah, there's cobwebs just kind of pull off of it. Looks like it's been sitting here a very long time.
Gavin's feeling nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It's my guitar here.
Yes. Lucky, as you look around, you remember that your parents would never allow such noise anywhere near their home, let alone anywhere in the neighborhood. Gavin's parents were never home, so you pretty much just come over there and you'd play anything as long as it was loud music. As you're remembering a lot of this, like, you catch sight of your first guitar. What does it look like?
I think that she would have like she wasn't really into her parents' money and then didn't really care about those things, but she had like a signature Gibson Les Paul because she could. So she goes over and picks that up. It has like the sunburst, like, you know, yeah.
That was the color of my first guitar.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no.
With like the inset like pearl. Yeah.
Yeah. As you pick it up, yeah, you're flooded with the memories of jamming with Gavin. In the time, you know, that he had before his time was taken up mostly by the restaurant. You remember him on drums, just setting the beat, setting the speed. He just kind of let you take it away and give you space to kind of be free. Eloise, as you're pulling up the keyboard, you remember that one day Lucky and Gavin asked you like to come over to play some keys, and it was just like the loudest music you've ever heard. Just black, and you're like classically trained on your piano, like. Yeah, you're remembering all this.
I will. Is there like? No, there will be, because I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna pick up the guitar and put it on like with the strap that's already on it, and mess with the knob a little bit, turn up, you know, and then I'm just gonna like the most like dirty, distorted like neck slide ever, and then just like.
Hell yeah. As you do, you notice that it's not even like plugged into anything, but it's just fills this room with a loud, just electric distortion. And in doing so, lightning just begins to come off the top of the neck and shoots off into the ceiling and just like blasts a hole into the stone up above.
Do you fucking see that?
Yeah. That.
That's Gavin. That's rock and roll is what that is. And I will just put the guitar, like keep the guitar around me and just leave it there. Like,
I think that's having the gain too high. It's kind of
nah.
Eloise will very delicately and nervously press a key. Boing.
Nothing. Sounds nice though.
Fair enough.
Perfect tone.
It's good to know that the keyboard's still in tune.
Yeah.
Is there a keytar with one of those like mouthpieces on it where you can adjust
A
your voice?
mellophone?
Yes.
Yeah, and as you kind of look around near the keyboard area. Gavin had a bunch of just like random stuff, and Lucky would just buy instruments because she could afford it, and just leave them at Gavin's. So yeah, you find one of those.
Correction, melodica.
A melodica, yeah, that's right.
Melodic.
I think I would pick it up and start a really bad rendition of Post Malone songs.
Do you want them to be really bad?
Just like not badly performed, but like over the top. Like over the top, like needless amounts of auto tune and stuff on it.
I want to hear Sunflower in the tune of Creed.
And honestly, easy enough. Like it works really well. None of you have really seen Lionel like perform in this way. You can see him like kind of being funny, and yeah, sounds good.
I'll just finish and just be like, or something like that. I don't know. And just put it down.
That was great.
Are we like a band?
Anyone looking at Lionel will notice that some of his like this dark spots in his face have kind of receded.
Huh.
I'll just say under my breath, nature is healing.
I don't say anything. It's like somebody's big zit that's going away, and I don't want to put it, draw any notice to it. You know, it's like I see it, but I'm not saying anything. But I just keep looking back at it, and I'm like, yeah.
It's like if you stress them out too much, it'll just come back. What does I'm curious what Warrendale, I keep like looking down to like make sure I get the name right. I keep wanting to say an elf name from Lord of the Rings. Lauren, what does he think about this?
I mean, what does he think about Lionel playing?
Just this scenario, like it being in this room. I feel like this is a bit. It feels like it wouldn't belong in this world, but I could be completely wrong. I'm just trying to gauge his reaction to it all. Like the guitar blast through the ceiling, the Creed rendition of Sunflower.
It's strangely unfazed, actually. And I would say from that, you get the impression that this world is just an amalgamation of bits and parts of things, and it doesn't always make sense, but people are, even the NPCs are just going along for the ride.
I think that's actually more beautiful than you're intended, but I love that.
It's the meta of the game.
So, Lorendal, do you jam? I'm a big music enthusiast, so I'd be curious to know if you have a specific instrument that you love.
Me myself, I don't really play much, but and he picks up like one of the acoustic guitars and then just goes into like he can play really well. It's really annoying. Wonderwall, 100%.
Fucking DMPCs, man.
He's
He's like max skill and everything.
Under my breath, I just go, fucking Gavin.
Anyway,
It's like that, like in
Wonderful.
Bo Burnham. It's like I can't really play guitar very well, or sing, So apologies.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Eloise will give some support on the keys as he's playing.
Yeah.
I mean, are we a band? Are we
Click
doing
on
a band
stop
thing now?
Eloise's hand. Don't encourage it.
Fleming, do you go to an
Help
instrument?
myself. I
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna
to
go.
harmonize.
I'm gonna go and grab the bass because it's a sexy instrument and I've always wanted to play it. So I go and strap it on, and I loosen the strap so it hangs really low, like the cool players, you know. And then
Move
before
the
I even
bass
try to
lower.
play it, I kind of just whisper a quick prayer that that I have the skills in this game to play this bass, and then I just try it.
I would say
I'll go
You
into like
will
a
need
flea solo.
a performance check. Give me a charisma check, please.
Charisma check. All right, let me just look back here.
All the best
Okay.
bases wear their bass is like a choker.
I got one success.
You got one
Wow.
success. All right, I'd say you pick up the bass and joining in with Eloise. You're keeping it basic, but like it's pretty much math. Like you got this.
Basic.
Ha.
Thank you.
Root notes.
Nice.
Yeah, you jam along with them, and
I'm playing the most basic stuff, but physically I'm rocking out as if I'm doing a lot.
yeah.
We all
You kick
know.
over a trash can, like.
Just playing one note on every fourth. Just
Eloise is filling it out with the full chord.
Yeah.
switch to the bass guitar on there.
Yeah.
It's just canon in D, the full, like the boom, boom, boom.
Love it.
Y'all didn't know you were getting Bach jokes. That is Bach, isn't it? Oh shit.
I think it's Pachelbel.
It's Paco.
I think it is. Dang it.
Nerd.
It's all right. They'll have to wait until the next episode when we'll be back.
Oh fuck.
Show's canceled. The end.
Please don't.
Anyways,
As if I haven't made every horrid joke known to man today.
no, that's acceptable. Great joke, Jay.
Now,
Anyway.
Shostakovich.
We're done here.
Okay.
I can't.
Where were we?
Hey, Ashley,
You're being a
you
band.
Peony
Anyway,
peony
Here's
seal.
where wall.
I'm just trying to think of more puns. I'm sorry.
Is this some kind of
And-
like? I'll just say to everyone: is this some kind of like elaborate plan to like come on tour with me? Do you guys like wanna like play places? Like, is that something you want to do? Because I mean, I have professional musicians, but if you guys want to like pop in, that's fine too.
I have to check how much PTO I have at the store.
I mean, I could probably pay you.
Own it.
It's too real.
Oh no.
I got sick once at the beginning of the year, and now I only have
I
3
can't
hours
get sick again.
PTO.
So shitty.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I could like buy your comic book store and then, you
Yeah.
hang out or run the comic book store. I don't care.
You play at my store?
Sure.
Comic store concerts.
That's what I meant. We'll do an acoustic set.
Oh, I get
Obviously.
covered on my radio show. This will be great.
Yeah.
This could be a great fundraiser for the city, actually.
Yeah. Just maybe we don't talk about this with my like manager because I'm not supposed to be booking gigs on the side. So fuck it. I'll fire them and get somebody else. Who cares? So I'll do it. Sure, let's do it. Let's make a plan. Gavin, you in? Do I get a response?
No response.
I was thinking maybe that would work.
Yeah, this isn't the same without him here. Is there a drum set?
There is a drum set, yeah.
Eloise will walk over to it and sit down and be like, I always wanted to try this. And she immediately starts trying to like double bass pedal, but like rhythm is not really like her thing, but then do the bass like, like yeah. But also in a way kind of like I feel like the quickest way to summon a drummer is to sit down at their set.
Don't touch my stuff.
Like I adjust like the height of one of the hi-hats.
Yeah, but they never carried the thing into place.
That's true. They never. You do this. Gavin doesn't appear, but I will have there's a side scene happening. Gavin, wherever he is doing his thing, it's like, this would move my shit.
I believe that. It is a sixth sense.
What next, everybody?
Does anyone have just the slightest inkling of, God, I want to stay here?
Like here in this room?
Here in this world. This is so much better than home for me.
Does this room have any evidence of like the cracks and stuff?
It does.
Okay.
It has cracks in it, and actually, what's actually lighting this room is one crack that leads out up to the sky. Eloise, as you look up into the sky, you can actually see it's almost like glass is shattered, like a big portion of the sky is like cracked and like a piece missing.
I think we should probably fix it before we make any plans to stay.
Like, what if we could fix the glitch so it doesn't glitch anymore?
And then what happens to us outside? Are they just gonna discover some corpses around a table?
Are we even outside?
Are we?
I don't know, but TMZ will definitely get to the bottom of it.
They are the pinnacle of investigative journalism.
Absolutely.
They're everywhere.
So careful.
It sucks that that's accurate.
I know.
I wish it wasn't true. I wish it wasn't true.
But they would definitely true that they'd get to the bottom of it in some way.
What they report might be something different, but they'd find out the truth.
Does it, like, no matter what we're doing, even though it seems like we're on the right path, it seems like things are getting worse. So I feel like that's the opposite of how games are played. Like,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, where else are we supposed to go? What else do we do? Do we have to?
I mean, we were headed to use the phrase to do the thing, and I just saw the garage and stopped. But we can head back out, like, but I'm gonna take this guitar with me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, couldn't your wingman fly us across?
Well, one, he has a name. But
Who,
yeah,
who,
I
me?
mean, maybe.
All of us?
Yeah, you Oasis.
I could carry, one of you at a time. Sure. Where are we going?
Like, if we need to cross that gap to get...
But we have to stay in here to go use his phrase.
We've got to get to the portal, right?
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I just meant going back the way we came. Like, this is a different way.
Got it.
That's
Could
true.
work.
I feel like that would take a long time, and I'm not sure if we have a ton of that.
Well, then we should definitely stop this, and she'll stop doing like she has for this whole time.
Well,
Lionel's just been talking with his melodica the whole time.
Where do we go now?
Where do we go now? That's good.
I hate to break this up, but yeah, we should probably head out to the portal.
Okay.
At least cross that off the list.
Yeah, maybe that'll fix things. Or make them worse, because that seems to be what continues to happen.
Well,
Either way,
yeah.
Cool.
And you got a pretty badass, powerful guitar that rips holes in the ceilings.
yeah. It does that in this room. Hopefully it does that other places too, but either way, I'm going to take it with me.
I mean, it really adds to the whole look.
Yeah. Hire it with an electric guitar. That's the whole thing. I'm like Steven Tyler.
So you just look like you just look like a really cool ant.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Your cool aunt who lives with her 20 roommate for the past. Really good friend and roommate of the last 20 years.
The last 50 years.
That
Best
one.
friend.
Love
All
it.
right. I'm gonna put
Alright.
the bass back.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the melodica.
It's not too big.
I'm gonna keep the drums.
Drumstick.
I'm gonna
Just
keep
the bass drum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this.
I'm gonna
in
attach it to my feet so every time. Just, that's silly. The serious thing.
We'll draw a
Like,
line there.
Looking at the drum kit and just wanting to take something and then just panic taking the bass drum.
I don't know.
I will go back out and hope that my sense of direction is continuing to.
Yeah. Continuing to use that sense to look at, where the vines were going. We can skip ahead a bit. Takes you some time to maneuver. There's some parts that are like very difficult to get across. That you have to jump on portions, and as you do, and you look in areas where there's like a really large gap, you look down and you see just like a very flat, blank grid, very much like a Tron grid, down, like way down below. Like you're kind of floating in this like space up above. But eventually, you're approaching where it first started to descend, when you took the left side, the left passageway, and now you're kind of seeing the light from outside coming through the main entrance to the Jaws of Bone. You're kind of coming up and seeing that entrance there. As you do so, you're hearing conversation. There's sounds like many folks are up in that area.
Yeah. Sounds like foreshadowing.
Because this is what. Shit.
It's almost like the narrative was leading here the whole time.
Fucking Gavin!
Fucking Gavin.
Like we just kind of skipped through that last part, like, and Gavin just wanted
Just like just glitched when we were here. But I have like faint memories of just like one or two actions happening. All of them to me.
Fleming, can you look ahead?
It-
One more time, Ash.
No?
Oh, Fleming, can you sneak ahead? Take a look at what's going on.
Yeah, yep. I activate my predator mode again,
Okay.
and then I'll make sure my comic is secure, and I'll start sneaking over to check.
Okay.
I want to tail him in a way that isn't not he can know that I'm doing so, but like keep myself from other people seeing. So like if there's people like staying out of their view, but trying to keep an eye on him.
Okay. Fleming, as you begin to get closer, before you see them, you can hear more of the conversation. What you hear first is, I don't know which way they could have gone. There's two ways here, but the one to the right has these like these tracks. What do you think we should do? It sounds like folks generally like trying to figure out a problem here.
I hate folks.
I'm gonna continue till I can get just a glimpse of what they look like.
Okay. Continuing on, you notice that they look to be some of the townsfolk of Gleam Hollow.
Huh. Okay.
It looks like there's maybe 20, 30 of them. Some of them, like not all in the same area, but like as you're seeing, like there's a few, like a couple like leader ones. One actually looks like a soldier, and another looks like a regular like townsfolk person. But off towards like the entrance, as you're kind of like seeing, there's maybe about
They're not carrying pitchforks or anything, right?
Soldiers carry their weapons, but they don't seem to be drawn currently.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak back to Eloise and just let everybody know, hey, it's the soldiers and the villagers. I counted about 20 of them, and they're looking for us.
It's the village people?
Yeah, it's the village people. But also, I couldn't see, but they found a path with tracks, and it might be our tracks, so maybe that's the way we should go.
Interesting. It didn't seem like they wanted to do us harm, did it?
Nope, no pitchforks. They didn't have the weapons drawn, but they are definitely looking for us.
What? Did you see that guy that Lionel talked to back in the town?
They all look the same to me.
It's just the same NPC
You're just a
skin,
soldier,
like-
right? Oh no, it was the actual town's leader, right? Or was it a soldier that he?
It was a townsfolk who was afraid of the soldiers.
Oh, okay. The NPCs, I can't tell them apart. I mean, like, yeah, maybe.
They have slightly different colored hues.
The original Half-Life, there's 4 character models in the whole game.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
One's in DK mode for some reason.
Okay, well if it's soldiers, then
You're probably the best one to talk to them. Interact with.
all right. I'll head out. But you all follow along.
Okay.
And Eloise will just walk out into the gathering of people. I'm like, oh, what is this? Your commander asks of you.
Oh, thank the god, Commander Eloise. After you came up here, we had seen a lot of. I think they were led by Chip. Something must have cleared the way and let them up, but they seem to have taken this path over here to the right, and you can see these divots, like these tracks. Anybody who's familiar with like a motorcycle would get that it looks like tracks. Yeah. Yeah, Lucky definitely rides a motorcycle.
Definitely.
You're here?
Oh,
We followed them up here. We knew that you were in here. We know that we were trying to stop them, but they seem to have gone somewhere deeper into this labyrinth. And they're standing in front of the gateway that's also here. So there's that gateway, and then there's the two. You went off to the left passageway, and then there's the right passageway that we just described.
the gateway is the portal that needs the passage, right?
That's correct.
Maybe we just seal off this tunnel. Trap them so they can't come back out.
Refresh my memory. Is that the way we went? The
No.
right?
We went to the left.
Okay.
Vines.
I mean, Frankie, if you want to grow some foliage
I would
over the right.
absolutely love to do that. And we don't need to go down there for anything, right? We're going.
Who knows? We're going through the portal or whatever. this
Should we
is.
make sure that we can first? That we know that we can open it? None of the soldiers have scouted into this tunnel, have they?
No, this is as far as we've come, Commander.
All right. Good.
Is there anything we can do for you?
I'll be right with you with that. Let me have a quick noodle.
Noodle away.
Dry noodles or like fully cooked?
Did you ask any of the others to send a letter or anything like last time?
Only this one. I mean, I no. I don't have any more correspondence to do. There's peace now off of one letter. So you're welcome, world.
Okay. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, okay. Tensions are just like so high right now. Oh, it's just like the pressure's really going to me, but it's it's good. It's good. It's good. Thrive under these conditions like a diamond.
Pressure.
Carbon.
It's crazy what carbon can do. Are you familiar? Anyhow, let's see if we can open this portal first.
Do we want to just open the portal and then potentially walk away, leaving it open with all of the village people outside?
You should probably tell them to go home.
I could tell them to go. I could do that.
And a letter.
I think I could just say it.
Just in case.
But if they needed official, you're right. Maybe I should get like a stamp, like I'm a notary or something. Just like anyhow. You know what? Actually, I do have my stamp. It's back in my office. Eloise is definitely a notary public. I don't know. Anyhow. Right. Okay. Soldiers. Hello.
And I'll perk up and look in your direction.
Hi. Hi. If you could, we thank you for alerting us to this situation. I need you to keep an eye on things outside with these people and to get these innocent people away from where there might be, I hate to say it, a little bit of violence in case Chip rears his ugly head. So y'all should just leave.
Are you sure, Commander? Like, Chip did come up here with quite a lot of people. We are here to help.
I mean, like, okay, then like don't go far.
Okay.
Hey, Eloise. he maybe Gavin sent reinforcements.
Okay, but like, okay, do we want them to know about the portal or not? Like,
I don't think it matters. They don't really pay attention to anything anyhow, right?
Is there a portal? A portal to what?
Yeah.
Says the soldier.
We don't know.
we don't know, but we're trying to find out. But we know that Chip went the wrong way. Now, we're just sharing information. Yeah, we're sharing information. There's no reason to be secretive. Listen, we can block the way they went, so they can't come back out. But we gotta see if we can go this other way, because we're really hinging a lot on that. And if that doesn't work, then we blocked our way to then go after and kick some Chip butt. So, okay, everybody, order of operations. You, our group. Hey guys, let's try the password. Okay, I think it's fine. 2.
The crew, says Lorendil. I remember your group name was called The Crew.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No one's talking to you, Pat Boy.
Stunned.
All right. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm speaking out of like, I'm really tense at the moment, and there's like a lot of pressure, but like, and that was
Really?
unfair of me.
Your
But
hair
I-
looks so good though.
Oh my god. Thank you. And the flowers on her armor kind of bloom a little bit. Wow. And she flicks her hair back. You. She'll flick the thing. You. Say the password. You. And she points at Frankie. Be prepared to shut the way to the right. And you, soldier boy, be ready to crank that, and also to fight stuff if anything hurts me or any of the crew. You were right. I'm sorry I called you bad boy. We are called the crew.
Commander,
All right.
we won't let anything happen to you. We're on it.
All right. Break.
I'm gonna go up to next to Fleming and be like, "It's gonna be really embarrassing if this doesn't work. Good luck," and I'll pat him on the back.
And okay, I head up. The portal's right there, right?
It's right in front of you.
All right, I walk into the portal. I get ready. I assume the stance. As the heroes descend upon the cursed temple, facing adversity and tragedy, facing their fears and their inner demons and their troubled past. We're humans, and we can fail. And this is a definite possibility. But not today. Not in my hood.
And as you do, in an immediate finish, where your fist is just opens with a big beam of light that goes off in every direction. The force field that blocks this passageway looks like it just begins to be, like, ripped to shreds by the light, and opens this passageway. The passageway looks like it's kind of in this like triangular like hallway, and just begins to lights begin to come up and go deeper into the labyrinth.
Totally in my head right now. I'm just posed, and like, you got the power from the Transformer movies is like blasting my head internally. I'm like,
Fleming is perfectly framed in the triangular like doorway like that goes deeper in, as you're all looking at him from behind. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
all right. I turn around
And
out of myself.
as you turn around, you begin to hear the deep rumbling of a Harley Davidson coming from that right corridor. And that is where we will call our session for tonight.
Dang it. Fucking
Well
Gavin.
done.
Damn it, Gavin.
Buddy.
Damn it.
Oh, that's so good.
Cool. Thanks for joining us for session 4.
Yeah.
And next session will be the last die session. We'll see what happens.
Ooh. Finale.
Will our players vote to stay or to leave? We'll have to find out next time.
On
RPG. My friends.
Oh, bye.
Oh, yeah.